So, Amy Mashburn becoming a MONAT hun was not on my 2025 bingo card.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Bethany. I'm an opera singer, and I was in Beachbody from 2014 to 2021. And relevant to this video, there was one person between me and Amy Mashburn, so she was my sponsor's sponsor, my upline in Beachbody. And I guess my kind of start of this channel really was covering her reaction to Beachbody going affiliate and, then getting into anti-MLM content. So I have kind of the inside scoop, not only on Beachbody, but on Amy. I've done a lot of videos on her, and I promised to leave her alone, but she made me break my promise because now she's shilling MONAT. So I am like, when one of you guys slid into my DMs with screenshots of her story, I was like, MONAT? Really?
Her?
Of all the MLMs to jump into, MONAT though? Like MONAT? I can't. It is so clearly dying. I just don't understand why anyone would join MONAT at this point. And it honestly just goes to show that this person who I was told to look to as a genius business person actually has no business savvy whatsoever. Let's just get into this. And you know what? This may seem kind of mean. I'm just going to preface this. I may seem kind of mean in this video, but I am just calling it like I see it. And Amy Mashburn was very mean to her downline and has built her entire life off of exploitation and gaslighting people who did not have the same financial success as she did. But let's get real. She stumbled. She got to where she was in Beachbody through blind luck and timing. She joined Beachbody in 2010. Beachbody, unlike MONAT, in 2010 was on the upswing. P90X was exploding. P90X was putting Beachbody on the map, making it a household name. Everybody knew what P90X was. And a lot of people knew Insanity too. It was these programs, it was like at-home fitness can be real. It can be challenging. It can be intense. And you can get actual results with at-home fitness. And Beachbody didn't start out as an MLM. It was the success of those programs that made them decide to use the MLM model to capitalize on that. So Amy joined at this point. She was a P90X girly, and she was able to get in at the right time, build an enormous downline, and become one of the top Beachbody coaches years and years running. However, now that she has not had an MLM to join at the right time, it becomes clear that she's not business savvy. She's not a good business owner, a successful business person. She fell ass backwards into success with Beachbody because look what happened. She tried to launch her No Rules branding school. That flopped. So then she pivoted to, I covered all these on my channel. Gosh, I could probably do an Amy Mashburn playlist at this point because I've covered her so much. She's probably like, why are you obsessed with me? But she then pivoted to this not life coaching, but not life coaching, where she was doing a series on kind of revitalizing your life in some way. That was weird. Being like a whole woman, I don't know. It was weird. She was shilling her husband's fitness programs, which seemed very restrictive. I did a video on that because she also, one of these days, I am going to do a whole video, compilation style, MLM Huns talking about GLP-1s and like all the scientific misinformation and how obsessed they are with GLP-1s. So we will do that at someday. We will do that someday. So if you see in the wild MLM Huns talking about GLP-1s, please let me know so I can screen record it, or you can screen record it and email me. I always put my email in the description box. So please send me that, because we're gonna make this compilation because it is a recurring theme. And then now she's shilling MONAT. So MONAT though? Really? MONAT?
Huh?
I'm just like, and my hair is very thick and luscious today. I made sure to style it for you because, like I said, we're gonna get a little mean in this video. But my rule is I will critique exactly what the MLM Hun is saying, what she's shilling, and if she is using her, the only time I will criticize or comment on another woman's body appearance, hair, makeup, etc., is if they are using that to sell something to you. So we're going to get real. We're going to get real in this one. And I always try to be kind. As Aaron Bees says, in the immortal words of Aaron Bees, I could be meaner. So without further ado, let's see what Amy posted on her Instagram stories. Also, please stay to the end for our vital behaviors segment if you want to hear some big news from me. So pull up my phone here. Let me scoochie to the side so that I can put stuff up here. My lock screen is, of course, Dove. Look how beautiful. Look at this picture of Dove. You know what? I will put the picture up so you can see. I always joke that that's her headshot, like her professional headshot for all of her gigs. Okay, so I am MONAT though? Really? MONAT? I can't. Okay. So, this picture of her in 2017, okay? So, before kids. It's been a minute, Q&A. So, this is a ask me anything kind of thing. And allegedly, someone asked, "How did you get your hair so long and healthy? I'm obsessed with it, LOL." This is the first thing I'm going to critique. I don't believe any of her followers said that. I believe she said that to herself so that she could use it as a segue to start shilling MONAT, and so that she could pretend like she is only doing it because her followers are asking her, like they're begging her to know about what she's doing on her hair. Like everyone just wants to know, and I'm not going to keep it a secret. You're asking. Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Like she did that. Allegedly, in my opinion, she did that. Okay. So she has this picture where she's clearly like bleached and put some purple in, which slay. I love that. My poor hair, I used to bleach the crap out of it and wear extensions. I started trying to grow it long and make it healthy again, going on 10 years ago. Well, no, because you clearly bleached it. It's like bleached up to the roots in 2017. You can't put purple. Trust me, I'm a brunette. Even on blonde hair, I actually asked this of my hairstylist last time I was in the chair because I have a friend who's naturally platinum blonde hair, and she tried to use overtone, which is the same stuff I use to brighten my color every couple of weeks. And it she got the vibrant, bright one, not the pastel one, and it turned out pastel on her. Her hair is naturally, she's one of those rare people that is probably Swedish or something, very naturally platinum blonde, and it didn't show up on her the way it shows up on my hair that has been bleached. I don't know if you can see like how bright it is. She said when you bleach the hair, it opens up the cuticle, and so the color can take, versus someone who has naturally blonde or naturally lighter hair. It's not going to show up as bright even on them. It'll still show up better than on a brunette, but it's the bleaching that like opens up the hair cuticle so the color can like latch on. So that is from an actual hairstylist. I'm not a hairstylist, but she is. She's also one of my best friends. And she is an actual business owner because she has her own salon, her own studio. Congrats to her. She just opened it, so I'm very happy for her. Okay, so she says going on 10 years ago. It's 2025, so this is 8 years ago. And she clearly had bleached it all the way up to the roots in 2017 because it also would take time to grow out. So it's not like she did it in 2015 and in 2017 it's still up here. No, look, my hair, I bleached it to the roots last year, July 4th. We did it July 4th because my stylist she didn't have her own studio yet, so she could get a studio the whole day because it was closed to the public. And look, it is like half brown. Look at that. Like, and that's just a year and a month of growth. Like that, a year. Look how much of it is brown. Okay? So you're not going to have it bleached to the roots. She's already lying. Everything's a lie. Everything out of her mouth or out of her fingers typing is a lie. So clearly you hadn't stopped bleaching and toning at that point in 2017. You had to have done it that year to get the purple that close to your roots. And you can see her roots starting to come in a tiny little bit. I think she has like one of those in between brown and blonde hair naturally. I've never known her natural hair color. And she's freaking still dyeing it because it's still blonder than what it would be naturally. So then in 2019, she says, even after 3 years of trying to grow it, I was still wearing halo extensions. Well, that's because you kept bleaching it and lightening. Even if you're just blonding, it is going to do more damage. Not as much damage as if you do what I did, which was like a full bleach to like get it as light as possible so I could do fashion color. But if you're blonding at all, you are damaging your hair. If you're taking it lighter at all, you're damaging your hair. I'm sorry to say, blondes out there, people who like highlighting, like it is damaging. So, okay. And look how close it is to the roots. It's like you're still that light of hair that close to the roots. Like you're just such a liar. Okay. And then she has 2021 and 2022 here, which honestly look the same. Year after year, it just wouldn't grow. I just figured that it was genetics and pretty happy with how long it was. Okay, but when you're blonding your hair on the regular, here's the thing. Like, I mean, my hair actually, the fact that it's very curled right now, but the fact that I was able to get it this long with the fashion color is kind of amazing because it breaks off when you've done that to your hair. It's not that it's not growing. Like, obviously you can tell it's grown a lot. You can only tell from the roots, but you can't tell from the length because it breaks off more easily. You get more split ends, more breakage when you do that. I do a lot of deep conditioning hair masks to try to minimize that. I could give, like, just as a person who's had fashion color, like not a hairstylist, I could give better advice. And it's just don't buy MONAT. Okay. Then I had several people tell me to try MONAT. And I was like, hell no, that shit makes people's hair fall out. Hee, wait till you see the results. Not even pregnancy made it thick. It was stuck. 2024. Then last spring, I finally said F it and tried MONAT. By late summer, it was already noticeably thicker and longer. This is just 6 months into switching over completely. Okay, I don't really see much of a difference between these two pictures. Like, yeah, her hair's a little bit longer, but if she didn't cut it in a year, like, okay, that's kind of normal. It doesn't look thicker. They're also styled differently. You're not, your before and after pictures are not like, not consistent. Like you're not, standing facing a wall with your head just in one position and your hair like either straightened or whatever, like down your back, like, and then comparing it. You're not going like this. You're not like showing me your scalp, to show like if it's gotten thicker. Like you're not doing any like standard before and after pictures, which why would we be surprised? Like people in Beachbody always doctor their before and after pictures. They're always lying. Again, what the F is the difference between these two pictures? Like maybe it's a little more humid in 2023 than it was in 2024, or what is this? Yeah. I get asked about my hair a lot. Do you? Do you? Do you? And it's taken a long time to figure out what works for me. Not going to gatekeep. Hand heart emoji. So much lying. This is how she's spinning it. Okay? Here's the thing. She came out hard against MLMs when Beachbody went affiliate. Amy is incapable of regulating her emotions, and she has kind of created this brand where like, I'm always going to tell you what I think. And she did this a lot like within her team pages. Like I've mentioned before, she would do like tough love. So she would always like do these like, I'm calling it like it is, and I'm like going to tell you what's real. And so she did that as soon as Beachbody went affiliate. I reacted to it. I will post it here. She was like, oh my gosh, like if you're in an MLM, like you don't actually own it. Like it's not yours. It can be taken away from you. And like Carl like screwed us over and all of this stuff. Like she came out hard of like, I'm not hopping to another MLM. Like I'm not doing it because like I'm going to have something that's really mine and I'm going to teach you how to have something that's really yours. But that flopped because people were only following her for Beachbody. People don't care. She's not actually good at teaching you how to build a following or to monetize your social media. She's not. Like that's not in her zone of genius. Most of her following is because she was asked to speak at Beachbody events and everyone followed her from those Beachbody events. So here I'm going to go on the record, Nostradamus Bethany. I'm pretty good at predicting. I did not see this coming though, but here's what she's doing. She's pretending that people are asking her about this. Oh, everyone's asking me about my hair all the time. She's using faked before and after pictures. And she's saying, oh, I'm not going to gatekeep. So she can lay the groundwork for being like, yes, I said I wasn't going to go to another MLM, but I just tried these products and I would never sell something I don't believe in. Like she said before, I only did Beachbody because I loved the programs and the products. I'm not going to go to another MLM just to have an MLM. So she's doing this in a way to protect her, what she's always said. And she's like going to try to lay the groundwork that this was all just the products and that's why she got into it. She wasn't planning to join another MLM. She was very against it. She had a bad experience with Beachbody, but these products were so good for her hair and like, look at all her hair growth and blah, 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 blah. And now she's just going to like recruit you too. So you bet your sweet Bippy she doesn't try to recruit in this, which, is actually kind of smart. Maybe I should caveat to what I said before. It's not like she's not stupid. It's not like she's a stupid businesswoman. She's smart enough to not try to recruit in this initial like testing the waters. Like she's also doing like a soft launch, as you would say, where she's just kind of putting it in her stories. She's not talking about it she's not talking to the camera. She's just doing pictures and she's acting like it's a response. So this is the first like teaser. She's gonna start breadcrumbing more. She's gonna get to recruiting. She will. She's probably already doing it behind the scenes. But I'm interested to see how she continues to spin this because this is such a spin. Oh my gosh. She should work for the president. This is all 18 months into switching. Here's what I'm gonna say. Oh, and then I did click on her shop my faves here. Over $100 worth of products. And it does say, you know, she is a MONAT rep. So we got the thing. It's like made for you by Amy Mashburn. $48 conditioner. Jesus Christ. It's actually crazy to me that my hair is this long. I'm growing it to my butt. Okay. Here's where I'm going to be mean. It doesn't look good. You're trying to sell us hair products and you couldn't bother to brush your hair. Like, it looks, and that's fine if it's your style. Like, I get her style is more boho, but like, it looks like she doesn't even brush it. It's scraggly. It's kind of wavy, but like not truly wavy. Like, either, as someone who has wavy hair, like I have that wavy kind of in between wavy and straight. Like, if I wear it curly, like I can scrunch it up, I can get the diffuser out, or I can use some of that JVN air drying cream, and not as much with when it's been bleached, but like my natural brown hair, like I can make it like curlier, especially if I'm in a place with humidity, or I need to like straighten it and not straighten it and then curl it, but, you know, blow dry it, curl it, you know, give it some styling, you know, like just, I guess she's trying to sell it on the growth aspect alone, but it's like Blake Lively. Like, at one point, Blake Lively had some kind of hair care that she was either, I don't know if it was her brand or if she was doing like an ad for Garnier or something, like Tresemme, whatever. Anyway, she's doing like an ad campaign and people are like, why did you choose Blake Lively? Like, yes, she has this like really long blonde hair, but it's so messy. It's so frizzy all the time. It just looks like not put together, you know, not like she even ran a brush through it. And that is what Amy's hair is like. You are now selling hair care and you couldn't even be bothered to run a brush through your hair to like smooth it out. Like, it's just scraggly ass. Like, I'm sorry. And this is the thing, like, I've said, I never said anything about her hair in any of my previous videos, but now she's selling hair care, so it's fair game. I don't think anybody even notices her hair. I don't think anybody's asking, like, oh my gosh, your hair's so beautiful. How'd you get it so long and thick? Because it doesn't look thick. It looks thin, and it's only the very longest parts that are super scraggly. It doesn't look good to me. Like, she needs a trim. The only reason it's that long is because she hasn't cut it. Like, girl, trim your hair. Trim off those scraggly ends. They're probably split like several inches up. Also, I just want to say, she hasn't said this yet, but I've seen a lot of MONAT huns say it. Once your hair splits, you can't repair it. The only solution is to cut that off. There is no such thing as anything that repairs split ends. There are such things that can help prevent split ends, that can help, like just keep your hair like more like moisturized, you know, hair masks, like deep conditioning, all that kind of stuff. But, so that's that. That's that. Another thing about this whole alleged story she's presenting is science. Okay? You cannot measure the effect of one thing on another thing unless you can control all the other variables. You know what I mean? So you cannot say it was just MONAT that made your hair grow and get healthy again when all these other variables are at play. You have lived several different places. She's lived in Florida and Puerto Rico and some of these places where there's salt water, and she spent a lot of time in the salt water. And now she's moved to the Pacific Northwest again, and she's not in the salt water as much. She's had her final child and gone through pregnancy and postpartum. Postpartum hair loss is a real thing. Feel free to weigh in, moms. But yeah, sometimes pregnancy makes people's hair thicker. Sometimes it doesn't. You could just be getting your hair back from after that. It looks like she hasn't cut it. It looks like she hasn't been doing those regular trims, that it's not just about length, it's about healthy length. So like, actually, I'm kind of like due for a trim. And as much as when my hair's straightened, it does get, you know, I want it to be like past my boobs so I can be like a mermaid. But, you know, that is, I do realize that because of what I've done to my hair, that's an unreasonable expectation. I have been taking biotin, and I think that's why it's like growing in thicker, and I have had so much growth this year. But again, I wouldn't go on my social media and try to shill it. That is totally a hypothesis. I cannot account for other variables, but just from my own independent Googling, biotin is something that can help your hair grow. So I take a biotin supplement, and, you know, I don't know if it's helping, but I feel like it is, so I'm going to keep taking it. But she can't isolate all these other variables in order to prove that MONAT is the only thing that's changed, because she's gone through so many other life changes. Lastly, something I do know from my research on hair growth is that there are not topical things that can make your hair grow more. That's not something that exists. It has to be a supplement like biotin, iron, whatever, other things that, is iron help? I don't know. Weigh in the comments. But it does have to be a supplement or sometimes even a prescription to make your hair grow. Topical things can help with scalp health, which can help with your hair like not falling out as much. So you think that is growth, but it's actually just the hair you have. It's not new growth. It's just the hair you have not falling out. And those topical things, like I was using a shampoo for a while. It's kind of expensive. It was a shampoo that helps prevent DHT, which is like a hormone that can make your hair fall out. And that keeps your hair from falling out as much. So that can help those. There's so many things, and MONAT doesn't have that ingredient in any of their products. So no. MONAT is just a way overpriced shampoo. The owners are so problematic. I have not been covering them really very much on my channel, but a lot of other anti-MLM creators, Christina at, what is it? Is it CD Beauty? Is that her handle? She's German. I love her. Because, I mean, my ancestors are German, so maybe there's like genetically something in me that relates to her, like very like dry, straightforward humor. I love it. She is no nonsense, and I love her. She's covered it. Obviously, Cece Suarez has covered MONAT a ton. So there's a lot of coverage on MONAT out there, and the many shenanigans of the owners, and that they are basically tanking. So again, it's like, of all the MLMs she could have joined, MONAT? Really?
Her?
So yes, we will be keeping an eye on this story as it develops. Okay, so to get into the 3 vital behaviors, the first one is, I think I mentioned in my video last week that I had an audition and I booked it. I got the role. Yay. So I was like kicking my feet and squealing and freaking out. Yesterday I woke up, checked my email, and the offer was there. I will be playing Amalia Balish in She Loves Me, which is, if you've never heard of it, it is kind of like a golden age era, like a little bit after, it's from the 60s, musical with a very like classical style. So I do sing some high notes and like use my vibrato, use somewhere in between my opera and musical theater technique. The music is gorgeous. I get some really fantastic numbers to sing, including like a big, hilarious, fun 11 o'clock number. I'm so excited. I have zero chill about it. I'm freaking out, and I'm just absolutely excited. If you've never heard of this musical, it doesn't get produced very often, and I've wanted to play this role for a really long time, and I never thought I would, and I don't know why more companies don't produce this show, because it is so charming. It's so much fun. The music is great. If you listen to the soundtrack, like, there's no song that you want to skip. It doesn't have that number that's like, oh, they could cut this number and it would still be fine. Like, there's nothing like that in this musical, and I just don't know why it doesn't get produced more when there are probably half of everything Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote. Like, this is better than, and I love Rodgers and Hammerstein. Like, I'm a Golden Age girly, but like, a lot of what they wrote is really cheesy and problematic. I'm looking at you, Carousel. But they're more famous than She Loves Me, and She Loves Me is a better time. Like, if you come to the theater, you're going to have more fun at She Loves Me than Carousel, in my humble opinion. So I know several of you have either DM'd me or commented that you live in the Chicagoland area and you want to know next time I'm in a show. So if you're not connected with me on social media, on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, I will obviously be spamming all of those things with all of the details. Performances are in November, and it would be awesome if you came and you could come see me as the lead in a musical. So I'm super excited for that. So that is going to be what I'm doing in my spare time for the next couple of months. I will do my utmost to post at least once a week on this channel. I am committed to you guys and to this channel. I had already said if I didn't get cast, I was gonna, try to do twice a week, but I did get cast. So it'll be once a week, because I am the lead, so I will have like a pretty heavy rehearsal schedule, and it is in the suburbs, so I will also have a commute. But I'm going to load up on audiobooks, so if you have favorite audiobooks, please mention them in the comments. No personal development, no self-help. I like romantasy, I like cowboy romance, I like dark romance, I like contemporary romance, I like mysteries, I like... Yeah, those are kind of the things I like. So, and I do like nonfiction if it's like anti-MLM or like kind of like celebrity memoirs and stuff like that. So please let me know your favorite audiobooks so I can download them. So that'll be my other vital behavior. We'll be listening to audiobooks. Right now I'm listening to one called Don't Call Me Daddy. It's not smutty. It's not yet. I think it will be, but it's like an age gap billionaire small town romance. It's just what Spotify suggested, and I was like, yes, I'm into this. So I'm listening to that, and I am reading A Cursed Son, which I found on Instagram. An Instagram fan art made me want to read it. So, so those are my vital behaviors. And what are yours? What are you loving right now? I think my next shopping purchases should be a new fragrance and some ice cream, because the show takes place in a perfume shop and my character sings a big song about ice cream. So I think in order to be, do my research, to be a responsible actress, I really need to get in the character's head and get myself a new fragrance and eat some ice cream, because otherwise, like, that would be irresponsible of me as an actress. Don't you guys think? So anyway, I'm super stoked as I'm filming this. I'm getting ready to go to my friend's house for her birthday. So happy to not be in an MLM anymore. So happy to be doing a show, making new friends, and not trying to recruit them into an MLM. So what are your vital behaviors? What are you doing with your free time? What are you reading? What are some things that you're loving in your life right now? And let me know if you see some stuff in the wild. Please send it to me. Again, email's in the description box. if you made it this far, leave a comment, leave your favorite emoji. Let me know what you did over Labor Day weekend, and kiss your pets on their little heads for me. And I will see you in my next one. All right, bye everybody.
What does perfect even mean?